Yes, the Maruti Suzuki Ciaz has been on sale forever, and this particular version, the facelift, has also been on sale for almost a year. But what's new about this car is the engine under that hood. It now gets a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder diesel. The output figures are over 100 horsepower and 225 Newton meters of torque. Here then are 5 reasons why you should consider buying the Ciaz 1.5 diesel and 2 reasons why you shouldn't. Now the Ciaz measures almost 4.5 meters in length, and it sits on a wheelbase that's almost 2.7 meters long, which is significantly more than what you get in the Verna. Not surprisingly, when you step inside, the knee room and the leg room in particular are fantastic on the Ciaz. Now we've measured this car and we've measured the competition, and it is significantly more than what the competition offers. Now in terms of shoulder room, again, it's not bad, and headroom, though it's not great, but I'm 5'9" and I'm not really struggling, but maybe 6-footers would. The seats are large, as you can see. There's good thigh support. The seats are soft, so you get good support at the back as well. And then you've got these armrests on both the door and on the center, which are soft, so you can use them and sit comfortably. And then there's the boot, which at 510 liters is again huge. The Ciaz 1.5 diesel comes with a decent set of features. There's a multifunctional steering wheel, a single-zone climate control system, height adjustment for the driver's seat, cruise control, auto headlamps, rear AC vents, and many cup and bottle holders. It has a comprehensive driver information system too. It throws up info on distance traveled, fuel efficiency, range, as well as on how you're harnessing the engine output. One can alter settings for lights and door locks via this system as well. As is mandatory on all cars today, yes, the Ciaz too gets a touchscreen multimedia system. It has the basics sorted, of course. So there's aux, USB, Bluetooth telephony, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But in terms of looks and appeal, it looks dated and it isn't visually appealing either. Now the Ciaz is an easy car to drive. It might be a sedan, but it still has relatively high seating. And if you add the slim A-pillars, the low-set dash, and this huge glass area all around, front, back, even the outside rear view mirrors, the view from that again is very clear. So you've got this great visibility all around, which makes it very easy to drive the car, place the car in traffic or otherwise. And then you've also got a clutch that's very light. You've got gear shifts that are again light, and then you've also got the steering, which again is super light. And all of this just takes away from the effort of driving. So whether you're driving it in the city or you're out on the highway, the Ciaz is quite an easy and effortless car to drive, and that's a big positive. Now, as we had mentioned earlier, the new thing about this car is the 1.5 litre diesel. It's a 4-cylinder diesel, and it replaces the Fiat-sourced 1.3 multi-jet. Compared to that multi-jet engine, this 1.5 is refined, it's quiet, there's more torque, and even though it has some amount of turbo lag, it's not as pronounced as it was in the 1.3. So the power delivery is more linear, and it feels the best when you drive it between 2 to 3,000 RPM. It's a free revving engine, you can rev it beyond that, and there is purchase even then. But it feels the best between 2 to 3,000 RPM. You have drive, you will get good fuel efficiency, so that's where you want to keep it. And even under 1500 RPM, before the turbo comes on song, this engine doesn't feel dead. I mean, it doesn't feel fast, but if you're driving it in the city, stop and go traffic, slow moving city traffic, it feels adequate. You won't feel like it's underpowered or anything. And it's a big step over the 1.3, a likable engine. It's more tractable too. So with the turbo completely spooled up, the drivability even in higher gears is pretty good. It won't blow your mind with its accelerating abilities, but chances are you won't even demand more go from the car. And did we mention it is fuel efficient? Well, so much so that efficiency itself is reason enough to buy this car. It returned 18.5 kmpl in our test run, and that too inside the city. The Ciaz is a Maruti Suzuki, and that might not scream luxury or premium as of now, but it does promise value for money, great service, good resale, and easy availability of spare parts. So if you are averse to risks, then you can't really do better than Maruti Suzuki. Now the Ciaz won't win any fans for its ride quality. It's not that it's jarring or it'll crash into every pothole it goes through, but it lacks that refinement and settled nature that you'd like in a sedan. So whenever you go over bad roads like we are now, you can hear everything, you can feel everything. The car rocks a bit. I don't know if you can make out in the camera, but it shakes. So it's not a pleasant experience, especially when you're in a sedan. That's a little negative for the Ciaz. Now the other negative for the Ciaz is the lack of emotion. It's a practical car, it's a functional car, but you look at the design and it's not going to make you go, wow. It's an okay design, it's palatable, most people will like it, but it doesn't stand out. Ditto for the interiors. Everything is well placed, you can find your things, ergonomically it's sound, you've got practical spaces, but you step inside and it doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy, you know. So there's a complete lack of emotion to the car's design, and you can feel that when you're driving the car. The engine, like we said, is tractable, is quick enough, but it will never put a smile on your face when you get on the gas hard or you want to accelerate through the gears. It just does its job, and that's about it. Handling again, the steering, it's light, but there's absolutely no communication, it's dead. So when you put it through corners, it feels safe, it's secure, won't scare you in any way, but it's not involving. It's not a car that you would want to take to your favorite switchback and say, okay, I'm gonna have an afternoon of fun or morning of fun going around corners. The Ciaz just doesn't have any of that, so that's the other negative for the Ciaz. The strengths that have helped the Ciaz hold its own against more flamboyant competition like the Honda City and the Hyundai Verna are still very much part of this package. So you still get a car that's spacious, that's functional, that's practical, and that has decent features to go with it. And of course, there's the vast Maruti's service network to consider, of course. But what the 1.5-litre diesel has done is that it's added quietness, refinement, a more linear power delivery, and of course more torque to the diesel package. And all of this without compromising on the Ciaz's tremendously high fuel efficiency. So as we see it, this 1.5-litre diesel has only made the Ciaz proposition a more value proposition, especially when you consider that it is significantly cheaper to buy than both the City and the Verna.